Blue dragons are kings of the deserts and coasts that they roam. The apex predators of the area, they have all of the brain and brawn of the slightly stronger red dragons, with none of the pride or ego normally associated with them. This makes them quite the deadly foe for an adventuring party, especially when these hulking beasts want to win. The dragon's highest stat is its strength stat at a hefty 26, swiftly followed by its constitution at 23, giving the blue dragon a +7 strength modifier and a +6 constitution modifier. Its charisma and intelligence are the next highest at 19 and 16 respectively. With its 15 in wisdom, its mental modifiers start at a +2 at the lowest and capping out at a +4. The adult dragon is proficient in all saving throws besides strength and intelligence, meaning that spells and other effects have a really hard time getting through if they don't target those two stats, as it has a +5 dex, +11 constitution, +7 wisdom, +9 charisma saving throws. The blue dragon is also immune to lightning damage. They rock a beefy 19 armor class, 225 hit points, and a ground speed of 40 feet, a burrow speed of 30 feet, and a fly speed of 80 feet. Blue dragons are also proficient in perception and stealth, giving it a +12 and a +5 in those two skills, meaning it has a whopping 22 passive perception. It also has blind sight up to 60 feet and dark vision up to 120 feet. The chances of you sneaking up on it are slim to none. The dragon's main attacks are its bite, claw, and tail attacks. Only its bite and claw are part of its multi-attack. Its bite does the most damage at 2d10 +7 piercing damage and an extra 1d10 lightning damage for an average of 24 damage with a reach of 10 feet. The claw, on the other hand, does 2d6 +7 slashing damage for an average of 14 damage, but this one only reaching 5 feet. The last attack is its tail attack, dealing 2d8 +7 bludgeoning damage, averaging out to 16 damage. This is also its longest reaching melee attack at 15 feet. All of these have a +12 bonus to its attack roll, meaning that on average, it'll hit a max dexterity rogue in studded leather armor 80% of the time. And with its multi-attack, it'll get 3 chances to do so. Once with its bite, and twice with its claws. The dragon has 2 special abilities as well. The first is Frightful Presence, which makes targets of its choice with 120 feet make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened. This frightened condition lasts for 1 minute or until they pass the save again at the end of their turn. The second major ability is their iconic breath weapon, which is a 90 feet long, 5 feet wide line of pure light, dealing 12d10 on a failed dexterity saving throw, meaning it deals an electrifying 66 average damage. This ability then recharges at the start of their turn on a 5 or 6 on a d6, meaning that every round there's a 33% chance of the dragon regaining its breath weapon. It also has 3 legendary resistances, meaning that whenever it fails a save, it can choose to pass it instead. The blue dragon has 3 legendary actions as well, which allows it to use a special ability at the end of other people's turn. These actions recharge at the start of the dragon's turn. These abilities being Detect, which costs 1 legendary action, which allows the dragon to roll a perception check. The second is Tail Attack, which costs another 1 legendary action that allows it to make a tail attack. And finally, Wing Attack, which costs 2 legendary actions. This makes anyone within 10 feet of the dragon have to make a dexterity saving throw, or take 2d6 +7 bludgeoning damage, and be knocked prone. If they pass, then they don't fall prone or take the damage. In addition, the dragon then can fly up to half of its fly speed. Blue dragons can mainly be found in large swaths of deserts, or the rocky outcroppings of the ocean. A blue dragon's lair is uniquely designed to accentuate the natural abilities of the dragon, allowing it to easily fly short distances in its lair or easily sink beneath the soft sand floor, getting out of the way of even your Aarakocra archer. An adult blue dragon also has lair actions. On initiative count 20, losing ties, you can choose one of 3 options. Either making parts of the ceiling crash, making a swirl of sand appear and blinding foes within, and making lightning arc between 2 points in its lair. Blue dragons are smart, easily being able to figure out what classes you have in the party by a quick glance, Remember, adult dragons are a bare minimum a century old. They've run into every single class at this point. It also knows the general AC of the party, knowing that the person in full plate and has a shield will be slightly harder to hit than the cloth wearer in the back. They also know who to aim their breath weapon at, i.e. who is most likely to fail the saving throw. The blue dragon attempts to get the drop on the party if it's aware of him. The likelihood of the full party getting the drop on the dragon is slim with its 22 passive perception. The opening salvo of a fight is almost always lightning breath on the person with the lowest chance to pass. If the dragon can get more than just one creature in the line, along with its main target, it does so, but does not go out of its way to achieve it. The dragon uses its movement capabilities to the best of its abilities, using its flying speed to get out of range of melee characters. If the party has a druid, sorcerer, or wizard, or half the party has range capabilities, it instead uses its burrowing speed to harass the party instead. From the druid, sorcerer, and wizard, it fears the use of Earthbind. It uses its lair actions to complement these actions, going after targets that are prone or blinded, gaining an advantage on them. Either way, the dragon uses hit and run tactics against those that would do the most damage to it in melee, popping out of the sand or diving down from the air to do a full barrage of attacks with its multi-attack, before dodging back out of range, not fearing the retaliating opportunity attack from the melee. This tactic changes once it reaches half health. If it is flying, it instead chooses to use its burrowing speed to hide from the party, flying down quickly before jumping into the earth. Here, it'll wait till its breath weapon recharges before poking its head out and firing it. Once it has fired 2 breath weapons, or one member of the party is unconscious, it'll come out to finish the job, fighting in melee until it reaches 25% of its health. Once it reaches 25%, it'll do its best to escape its lair, taking to the air if it has to. If it cannot escape, then it fights to the death, its sole focus being to take at least one party member with it. All in all, fighting a dragon is a tough fight. Don't expect your party to come out the other side unless they are fully prepared for it. If you want to see what you're doing wrong with black dragons, click here. And if you want to see more of this type of content, click here. If you enjoyed the video and would like to see more, make sure to subscribe.